Spit out that gum. We're gonna do a show now for the people. You.
My breath's bad, though. I don't want you to smell my
I'm
bad
used to
breath.
that, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Hey, it's time for Polite Fight. I am John Tatey, editor-in-chief of the AV Club, here with Gus Spellman, video producer and film analyst extraordinaire, and I love the mugs we have.
Yeah, they were out of the regular ones this week.
These are so appropriate
these are
for
great.
Fargo.
Yeah, I'm sure that somebody in an hour is going to walk in and be like, where's my special mug?
Let's start out by talking about Peggy. Talk about Peggy. We like to talk about Peggy on Polite Fight. And there's two shots that I wanted to talk about with you, Gus. One is when Peggy's driving her car away from the garage, or so we think, and she's filled with green. Like the blue-green of the car is reflecting on her so powerfully that it looks like there's no blood in her. She almost looks like a corpse. And then she makes this decision to actually sell the car and go along with Ed, and we have this shot of her on the bus. And what I noticed is that now there's splashes of red, and she has the red glove is more in the shot in this second one. And this is sort of the life returning to her. She's been rejuvenated.
And there's sun on her face.
There's sun on her
like
face.
She's looks happy.
But more meaningfully, I think, is the different way in which these shots are framed and set up. And you noticed this, so talk about that.
Just the way that at the end of the bus shot, you have the bus turns and you can see the world turning with her. And it almost feels like she's turned onto a new path now from her get out, get to California. But you juxtapose that with a shot of her in the car, which is very straight on, and there's not a lot of movement in it except for her coming into frame, and it just feels like it's very locked down and static. And you have all these elements that are sort of closing her in, the mirror and the steering wheel.
Really? This is funny because I had sort of a reverse interpretation of it. See, for me, in the first shot, Peggy is providing the impetus. She is moving the car toward you. She is sort of, and to me, this fits how she's in her mind, directing her own destiny here. Whereas on the bus, she's literally along for the ride, right? And to me, it evokes how she has decided to go along with Ed's narrative. We're gonna buy the shop and have the kids narrative, right? So the camera sticks on her and the world moves around her because she's just, she's going where the bus takes her.
So what do you think is the reason for the switch here? Because I think in any other episode, you would have seen Peggy in control of her narrative. You would have thought that she would have been excited about that.
Right, right.
And this kind of mirrors the scene that we talked about last week, where it sort of pushes in on her after Constance has given her that big sort of pep talk, and there she seems a little happier. So it's what's the switch here? I have to say, I think that my idea about her maybe having a secret motive, I think what plays out in this episode shows that's probably not the case, and that she probably is, as you said, just sort of always looking for something other than what is happening.
But I think that don't you feel like we're missing some key insight about her character?
It does seem like there's something yet to be revealed. I just can't.
But I don't think it's
what it is.
Yeah, but I agree with you. I don't think it's a secret. I mean, I agree with this week you, not last week you. But I do think there's some motivation just on the periphery of her character that is going to become evident in the coming weeks. But I couldn't be more vague saying that because I just really am grasping here.
Okay, so I'm curious whether you noticed this. This is something I didn't notice. Maybe you'll say of course I saw this. You're an idiot, Gus.
This is from the comments then?
So a commenter, Shellwood, said Molly actually did not draw a UFO. Molly drew the sun. And it only looks like a UFO because of the coffee stain that is from Bessie's mug.
I love that they noticed how the UFO was formed, but I still am not getting a ton out of it.
Right, I'm not sure it means something. I just thought let's talk about something else in this scene, which is Ted Danson's performance.
Oh my God.
This is the best scene in the episode to me. Let's just turn the sound on and watch this. It's so good.
So we're rooting for Nausea then, huh? Well, okay. I'm just all left thumbs when it comes to this stuff.
You're doing great.
No, I don't know
Dad.
about that. Your mom were here, she'd know just what to say. Me, I can fix the toaster.
One of the things I love about this performance is that Betsy is really standing up straight at this kitchen island, and she, seems pretty composed. And as the scene progresses, Hank leans forward, and he looks like the sick one. You know, you can see it weighing him down.
And,
Betsy
wanting to embrace her and not being able to as well. Trying to be close to her. And I just love the detail that really sets him off. Is oh, we're rooting for Nausea. And it's such a hard thing for, it's just so real.
Because that, for him, it's just, it encapsulates how everything's been turned upside down, and he's just okay, we want you to be sick, great, whatever you need, and he's just exhausted by it all of a sudden there, right?
Let's see, other comments. This is just an interesting speculation. Saul Good _man. Speculated and said other people have made this speculation, so maybe you don't get any credit, Saul Goodman.
Well, but he, or I assume it's he because it's Saul, but he was nice enough to give the masses credit, right? That's so cute.
But saying that Bear might be the boss, the Fargo boss that we see from season 1. We see him in just one scene before Lauren Malvo goes over there and murders them all.
Wow. I have to go back and look. I only have a vague recollection of that.
But I remember him being sort of portly. And I remember him eating a piece of fish, and that's about as much as I remember.
Oh, wow. Okay, I love that. Okay, that was Gift of the Magi, Polite Fight, and an especially polite one this week. I don't think we disagreed on too much, did we? That's okay. Sometimes it's more polite than fight. That happens. What's important is Fargo. Thanks for watching. For Gus Spellman, I'm John Tatey. Let's wave bye to the folks. Bye.